So, some interesting stuff happened tonight on AEW Dynamite. This AEW Dynamite took place and on the Jericho's cruise ship to finish off Bash at the Beach that started last week. And away to start off with a bang, Yeah, the show was taped yesterday, but if you didn't read the results from yesterday, then I would say this is a pretty good show. It's better than the last two shows. Alright, so let's start off with the first match. The first match, we got the tag team title match between SCU, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega. Now, Kenny Omega and Adam Page won the Fatal 4-Way tag team match last week to get this title shot. So this match was good, solid. It's not a good match. It was a great match. It really showed how good these competitors are when they're on the same page. You can see that they were on the same page. Everything was crisp. Everything was laid out perfectly. And the way they ended, with Adam Page getting the bucket lariat to win the match. And now we have new tag team AEW tag team champions in Kenny Omega and Adam Page. Now, I would admit I didn't expect a tag team title change here because of what's going on between Kenny Omega and Adam Page, how Hangman Page has alcohol problems, and the Dark Order scared a little bit last week how they're looking into who they could possibly recruit to join them. I suggested last week that Adam Page would not be a bad idea to join the Dark Order, as they can manipulate him and say the only way to get over his drinking is by joining Dark Order, right? But here, I can see something where Adam Page still turns heel. I think Adam Page and Kenny Omega are not going to hold the titles for long. And when they lose, that's when you see the heel turn. And as they celebrate, you see Adam Page go on the crowd. And he gets body surf all the way up the crowd with the tag team title. And you see Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega especially point at him, happy. Of course, they're happy for him, right? Okay, that was a great start to the show, Jericho's Cruise. Next, we got a women's match with Priscilla Kelly, who you might know as Darby Allin's wife, and Dr. Britt Baker, MDS. Now, you might have known Britt Baker is going through a change. Looks like she's turning heel, and by the sounds of it, she's fully turned heel at the end of the match, end of the segment. But as she was coming down the ring, she was giving high fives to the crowd. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if they want to turn her heel, or if they want to. I don't know if she wants to turn heel. That's the thing. She doesn't look comfortable being a heel. She doesn't. So obviously she won the match against Priscilla Kelly. It was an okay match. Nothing special. Nothing too bad. Priscilla Kelly. I wouldn't be surprised if AEW signs her, since I said she's the wife of Darby Allin. So don't be surprised if she gets signed sometime soon. So after the match, Tony Schiavone goes onto the ring to interview Britt Baker. Obviously, Schiavone said something about her attitude change, whatever, and she didn't like it, and she started a weird response. She mentioned about how he worked at Starbucks. It was terrible. I can't even remember how bad it was. That's how bad it was. And they even cut the promo, and they had to go to commercial. And there was a good gif out there of Tony Schiavone saying WTF. What the fuck? Yeah. Most of us had that issue. And the crowd was swearing, so we couldn't hear everything in the promo. And this has been going on all night. The crowd was swearing and the censorship. I don't know what you could do about that. You can't censor. You can't tell the crowd to stop swearing. Yeah. I don't know. That's up to TNT, TSN, wherever networks the country's shown and show. It's up to them. It was really shown today. That's when it first started, and they had audio issues before the AEW even started. It's a problem with AEW knows that they have audio issues, and they need to get that sorted out. Next, we have the Jurassic Express taking on the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, and LAX. Yeah, I know they're not the LAX in AEW, but I call them LAX because it's much better than whatever they call it now, Pride and Powerful. It's a stupid name. I like this match. Obviously, Jurassic Express was never going to win this match. Margo Stunt, and I was against him because he's small, but he's for what he is, for what he does, it makes sense. Jungle Boy, people love Jurassic Express. I know they're. I'm gonna say this with respect. They're lovable losers because they lose most of the time. Except Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus in single matches or even regular tag team matches, Jungle Boys, they might actually win more. Especially in single matches, you would win more than they lose. So what I like about this match is Margo Stunt and Jericho at the end. Margo Stunt did a 450 off the top rope with the Jericho. Did a crucifix. And then Jericho had enough, obviously. Got him with the Judas Effect. 1, 2, 3. And that was it. Jericho and the Inner Circle were more of a face as they're coming out. They spray painted champagne. Bubbly onto the crowd. They interacted with the crowd a bit. They were more of a face because this is Jericho's cruise, right? So they're going to act like a face in this situation. Jack Hager come out, Luchasaurus. Jack Hager battled to the back. That's before Jericho got the win over Marco Stunt. Good. That's good. Next up, Joey Janela versus MJF. As you know, MJF and Cody Rhodes are going to battle out at Revolution February 29th, the last day of February. As Cody Rhodes agreed to his stipulations demands. I like that very much. So this match was good. Joey Janela and MJF had great interaction with each other. Kip Sabian got involved or whatever. And MJF won. Gets a mic. Talks a little bit about Cody Rhodes. Obviously, he takes the trash talk. Calls out Cody Rhodes. That Cody Rhodes comes. MJF says, "You can't touch me. You can't do anything." And MJF could tell that Cody Rhodes wants something to say. He was about to hand him the mic. Drops it. And as Cody Rhodes is about to pick up the mic, MJF kicks it to the side to the turnbuckle. Cody Rhodes picks it up. MJF is about to walk through the ropes up the stage. And Cody Rhodes started talking, right? And all of a sudden you see the Young Bucks sneak behind MJF, turns around and gets super kicked by both of them. And then they have an idea. They throw him in the pool, which I love. So they grab MJF. Of course, Cody Rhodes cannot touch him, so they can't grab him, but the Young Bucks do it. They head all the way to a pool that was on the cruise, and they throw him into it. And MJF was struggling. They can't swim. That was great. It's fun seeing MJF get shit on this time. Most of the time he's been on top. This time he's not. It's great. And I love how MJF said Wardlow was not here. He wouldn't be all so tough. Okay, whatever. And of course, Cody Rhodes is going to have that match with Wardlow in steel cage. That's one of the demands. And the other is the 10 matches on National Live TV. All right, I'm looking forward to that. We got about a month and a week to the pay-per-view Revolution. Next, we've got the main event. This main event was Pac, whatever, and Jon Moxley to determine the number one contender for Chris Jericho's AEW title at Revolution. Jericho was on commentary. Pac first came through. Jon Moxley walked down the crowd, and he had that bandage wrapped around his forehead and over his eye. Remember, he got spiked in the eye by Chris Jericho's jacket. He took the spike out last week and spiked his eye. Made a lot of sense. Uh, Pac was going for the eye in most of the match. Of course, that made sense. He tried to put Moxley in the Charlie, I think it's called, no, Brutalizer, as I found out early in the match. Of course, it didn't work. Later in the match, he tried it. Ambrose did his DDT, and then he did the more powerful DDT, his finishing move. I'm not sure, it's Paradigm Shift or whatever it's called in AEW. I know in New Japan it's called Paradigm Shift. I get confused. Like, should be when they have one move. And there you go. And Pac in the match took off the bandage, and you could still see the eye, something on a patch over it. But yeah, and after the match, Jericho gets off commentary. He blamed Moxley that the reason he got his eye injured is because it's all Moxley's fault. He should have joined, and what he did when he got hurt with the eye, it's Moxley brought upon himself. That's what Jericho thinks, what a great heel thinks. So after the match, Jericho gets off the commentary and goes up to the top of the entrance, the AEW title shot on the shoulder. And Moxley points at Jericho, points at the title to end the show. So, overall, the show is pretty good. There's some miscues. The Britt Baker thing, I don't know what that was. It was not a very good promo. It was actually, Britt Baker was trending. I think she doesn't look comfortable as a heel. I'll say that. Um, Another thing, I know most of you people saw it. Pretty much everybody saw it, watched it. There was a lot of censorship, and it made the promos hard to understand. It's the crowd saying "f you" a lot, whatever swear words. Mostly that word. Like asshole won't get censored, but the "f you" of course will get censored, as you cannot say that on live TV. Most of the time they were saying that. It was a passionate crowd, but there's nothing you could do. You can't say a crowd does not say "f you." I don't know what you could do. It just didn't. Promos didn't go right because of that, and it kind of it kind of bothered almost everybody. Uh, my only solution, maybe, is that TNT or whatever station's on may have to let it slide. Let them say the "f you." As long as the wrestlers don't say it. If the crowd can say it, don't censor it. The wrestlers cannot say words like that. Like fuck. Cannot say words like that. You can mute that. But if the crowd's saying, don't mute it, don't censor it. So thank you, like, and subscribe.